What's up, people, and welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to a slightly different Forza Horizon, slightly older Forza Horizon. I wanted to pick this just for kind of like a little background thing for the topic of today's video, and that's we're not actually getting a Forza Horizon this year by the looks of it. When I was on holiday, obviously I couldn't make a video on it, basically talking about it, so I was like, you know what, I'll do it once I get back from holiday. So now that I'm back, I finally remembered. I was about to say I finally forgot, but I finally remembered to make this video. So obviously we're not going to be getting a Forza Horizon this year. Over the last couple of weeks, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that, we had or like 3 weeks ago now, we had the Xbox or Microsoft conference where they showcased a lot of different types of games, including a game from Playground Games themselves. I know it's not the exact same team that's making Forza Horizon, but Playground Games is releasing a game this year. It's not like they're not releasing anything at all, and that is Fable. Fable is coming out this year, of course, and you know, like I said, it's not the same team, but it's going to be the same, you know, company that's releasing it. You know, it's still the same devs that are releasing it, or whatever, the development company, but it's not the exact same development team for the video game, if that makes sense. So yeah, Fable is coming out, and of course that means I'm pretty sure that they want to focus a lot on that instead of focusing on Playground Games' other one, which is Forza Horizon. So Forza Horizon is not being released this year, and yeah, what does that mean? Well, it means that we might either have to wait until next, I guess, third quarter, which is, I'm pretty sure, usually when the games drop. So either next year, closer to the end of the year, again, sometime around, you know, September or something like that, as usual, for a new Forza Horizon title. But I think what's to kind of blame here is either Forza Motorsport for releasing basically just last year, and we're just too close for having a Forza game back to back, if that makes sense. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I have an idea. As the thing, I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna try to do a trial video on this game. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but it's hopefully gonna work out in some way, shape, or form. But I want to do a trial video on this game because it's been such a long time since I've done it. So I thought it'd be an interesting, like, little topic holder. Oh god, or a little bit of a background holder, I guess, for the topic of today's video. So yeah, like I said, no Forza Horizon this year, and I kind of want to blame Forza Motorsport for taking so long to release, and obviously they ended up only bringing it out last year. So I don't think that the newest Forza Horizon... I didn't actually think that the newest Forza Horizon was going to come out this year. I really wanted it to. Of course I did. Of course I really wanted the game to come out this year, so we'd have a new Forza Horizon game. But it's obviously not the case. It's not happening. And yeah, I do want a new Forza Horizon game. It's definitely up there on the list. I mean, of course, we've kind of now, you know, used up all of our fun, I guess, with Forza Horizon 5. It's been out for like 3 years now, so next year is going to be out for 4 years before a new one comes out. So it's just a very weird feeling. However, what we can kind of look forward to is, if you guys remember back, I don't know, maybe a year ago or something like that now at this point, or maybe even longer, the original game director for Playground Games for the Forza series, Forza Horizon series, I should say, Mike Brown, ended up leaving after the release of Forza Horizon 5, and he brought a bunch of his co-workers with him, and they've now created a whole new group and a whole new development team, which that team now being called Maverick Games, partnered up with Amazon Games, and yeah, they're working on a AAA racing title. The unannounced game apparently will be narrative-led, open-world driving game for PC, PS5, and the Xbox Series X and S. And like I said, it should be an interesting thing for them to release, especially with Forza Horizon kind of leading the way in terms of the whole open-world racing game genre. You know, I mean, you have Need for Speed every now and then, kind of releasing something, but they're not really doing much, in my opinion. I feel like they're kind of slacking on their titles. I feel like there's always something that people don't like about their games. And yeah, again, Forza Horizon is kind of just leading the way and it would be not. Oh my god, the AI is just taking about. It would be nice if we had another game or another development team that will end up releasing another open world racing game. I don't know what Test Drive's going to be like. Test Drive, obviously, we've had a bit of footage on it and a bit of demo gameplay on the game, and some people kind of don't like it. Some people think it's a little boring, it's a little bit empty. Me included, thinking it is a little bit empty, but then again, it was just a demo, and we were told that the game itself is going to be a little bit more polished at the very end. I don't know, the demo just didn't really have me wanting more of it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the demo should have kind of tried to hook me in. Oh my god, I don't know how fast I need to go, man. I haven't driven in this game, first of all. I haven't driven in this game in forever. And second of all, oh my god. Second of all, I don't know how to drive this car. Again, I don't usually drive in this game, so that's why I wanted to hop on this game and try. I tried to play it a little bit just to see what's happening. Because someone said in the previous comments, or one of my previous videos, is that they've tried the Forza Horizon 4 trial, and I was like, oh my god, they still do that in Forza Horizon. Why am I second? They still do that in Forza Horizon 4, and I'm like, oh my god. I was like, I have to use this for the concept of a video, or like the background at least for a video. There would be a. Oh my god, why is the back end overtaking the front? I'm jackknifing this Ford GT. Oh my god. I have to be so careful driving this thing. Also, this is stock, by the way. So I haven't done anything to it. I don't know if people are doing anything to their cars or what, or what's going on here, but for this trial, this is a completely stock GT40. I am just trying to keep it in check. Don't crash into me, don't crash into me. Oh my god. But yeah, basically, no Forza Horizon this year means that we are most likely, like this, the probability of us getting a Forza Horizon game next year is really, really high. Oh my god, we're actually gonna lose. I have to try and overtake this guy, or else we might genuinely lose. Am I gonna catch him though? That Porsche is so fast. I am closing the gap though. I'm closing the gap fast. Come on. Oh! Yes! Oh my god, I got it right then. Oh my god. What was the time? It doesn't show a time. Oh man, I want to see that time. That was unreal. Okay, now it makes no difference now because my team is actually overtaking them. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think I can even play any of this music. I forgot that I keep starting this game as well with copyrighted music playing. It doesn't put you in streamer mode straight off the bat. Oh my god. That was so close from my end. That was sick. Anyway, doesn't matter. Again, the whole idea was that Forza Horizon was going to come out this year, right? And I was going to make, obviously, new content. Forza Horizon 6 was going to be great. I don't know if they're doing it because of Test Drive. I highly, highly doubt they're doing it because of Test Drive. But again, next year, we're most likely, like I said, the probability of us getting a new Forza Horizon game is very, very high. And not only that, but like I said, this Maverick Games team, along with Amazon Games, they are obviously planning on releasing a racing game as well. So it should be much better if it gets released next year, because then we have a massive, massive competition between basically the studio that created these Forza Horizon games. Like Mike Brown, the person who's in charge of Maverick Games, actually was the designer for Forza Horizon 4, if I remember correctly. He was the game designer for it, but he wasn't the director for this game. And yeah, like oh my god, what are you doing? Why is he braking so hard? Okay, cool. And then he became the game dev director for Forza Horizon 5. and then for whatever reason, obviously they had their own reasons, they ended up leaving the Forza Horizon squad behind. They ended up leaving Microsoft, and they went over to create their own team, which I'm guessing got picked up by Amazon. Which is all good, as long as they get backed with a lot of money to create a game. I'm genuinely thinking that they could come up with something really, really good for us to play. Something very high quality, something with hopefully a good story, something with a very, very nice selection of cars. Hopefully car sounds and everything are going to be really, really good in it. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? What was that craziness? Regardless, again, it will be nice, like I said, to get nice competition when it comes to these racing game developers, for them to release some interesting new games. Ideally, obviously, we wanted some new stuff this year because, I mean, when was the last time we've had an open world game be released? That was actually very, very good. I'm guessing since the start of Forza Horizon 5. I mean, Need for Speed Unbound is kind of getting there, like closer and closer. I can't play the damn game, by the way. For people asking me, I've had people I have had a lot of people since the last update basically comment in my videos saying play the game. They've released this new drift update and stuff like that. Bro, I've tried playing it. I've genuinely I've tried playing it. I have recordings of it happening. But the game, there's an issue with the way the game is built. And it's not just this game. It was an issue with Need for Speed Heat and Need for Speed, I don't know if Payback was part of it as well. But the older Need for Speeds had the same issue. I don't know, it's just the way they're made. On PC, for some systems, I don't know what it is, but it literally blue screens your PC. I have to do something, and I can't remember what it is. I have to underclock my CPU or something like that. It's something dumb that I have to go do just to play the game. And I'm like, I'm not underclocking my CPU just so I can go play Need for Speed. It's just dumb. That is the fix that I found online for people that were having the same issue. It literally blue screens my PC. Not even like it crashes the game or anything like that. It crashes my entire PC. It comes up with the blue screen and turns it off. That's how bad Need for Speed Unbound is on the PC. Ideally, obviously, I would have wanted to buy it, or not buy it, to play it and show it to you guys and showcase all of the features of the new drag and drift update. And like I said, I have parts of it recorded, but I've never been able to make a full video because in like less than 10 minutes of me actually playing the game, it literally blue screens my PC and I can't do anything about it. So it's really, really annoying to try and play it. Regardless, like I said, with the lack of Forza Horizon this year, we're most likely going to get one next year. I mean, there's a very high probability that we'll get one next year. Hopefully, with it being in development for this long, it will be a more fleshed out and really, really good game. I hope they go back to their roots like this game, where everything's a lot more competitive. The whole thing with Forza Horizon 5 is I feel like they've lost their way with it, right? They're focusing so much on the whole inclusivity thing, where I swear they just don't care about the actual core of the game, which is cars. Before they even released the game, they changed the way the whole Forzathon thing works, or whatever it is, the what's it called, the Horizon Arcade works in the game, because they tried to make it non-competitive. Like, just a bunch of stuff that just shouldn't have been said or done with a racing game. They're getting rid of more and more things. They don't care about the competitiveness of the game, and it shows with the leaderboards how they don't care about clearing cheaters off the leaderboards. They don't care about banning people on this game. I feel like there's so many cheaters in Forza Horizon 5 compared to 4. Well, first of all, because it's been on PC and it's a lot easier, obviously, to mod and get, you know, trainers and stuff like that and cheat. But the whole thing is they just don't care about clearing leaderboards for these players that want to be competitive, that want to do trials, or not trials, rivals, that want to do, you know, PR stunts and stuff like that. You know how big my series was on the games, on PR stunts in this game? The Top 1000 series was massive. It was a huge series. I can't do any of that. That's a whole series on my channel that's dead due to the fact that they refuse to remove cheaters off of leaderboards. Do they need people to tell them who's cheating and who's not? Like, Is that really something that shouldn't be very obvious? Someone that's doing like 350 miles an hour in like a speed trap that you need like 100 meters to have a run up on? I mean, come on. You know, like, it's just, some of them are incredibly obvious what you should be deleting and what you should be banning, and they just refuse to do it. They just don't care about it. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because the game is old or not, but I don't think that's an issue, due to the fact that they never cared about removing cheaters. They did it like once, and they're like, and the community was like, oh, this is great, right? They've started to remove cheaters. This is fantastic. You know, they're actually doing something to the leaderboards. And then they just gave up. They did it literally the one time, and then they just ended up giving up straight after that. So I don't know what happened there. Why did they just kind of tease us a little bit with them removing some cheaters off the leaderboards, and then straight after that they just kind of gave up and left it alone. They just didn't care about it anymore. It's very strange. It's very, very strange, the whole approach to a racing game, to make it non-competitive. I don't get it. I really don't. So I hope they go back to their roots again. I hope that instead of having a game that's based around exploring and basically a history lesson, because that's what Forza Horizon 5 is. It's basically, here, go here, and here's a history lesson on this thing. This is what happened, right? Instead of that being... Oh my god. Instead of that being the core of the game, go back to the roots, where it's a massive music festival and it's being transported around the world, and it's going to be really, really good music and crazy cars. That's what made me fall in love with Forza Horizon in the first place, because in Forza Horizon 2, which is my very first Forza Horizon game, I played all of them. I played the first one as well, after 2 though, but 2 was the one that made me fall in love with the game. Obviously, the whole, you know, French Riviera, that sort of region, bit of Italy as well, was so beautiful. I've been to it in real life as well. I know what it's like. It's a fantastic place, and it's definitely a place where you see loads of crazy, ridiculous cars like that. And the trailer, I just still remember the trailer for Forza Horizon 2. It was brilliant. It's just a massive music festival that lands around that area, and you get to drive around in crazy, ridiculous cars. I want that to be the core of the game. I want that to be what it's focused around. Right? You can do the whole exploring thing on your own, in your own time, do whatever you want, but a massive music festival with crazy cars is definitely what attracted me to Forza Horizon. I don't care about the history of some monument in Mexico. I'm sorry, I just don't. Right? If I want to learn about it, I'd look it up. I'd Google it and I'd learn the history of it. Or you can have a story like they've done with like 5 or 6 different stories in Forza Horizon 5, where you basically, you know, taught like pretty much all the history lessons and stuff like that. You can literally get one of the stories in the game to teach you about all the historical, like, you know, parts of the map or whatever. I don't know where this next game is going to be set, but I'm just saying. And you can have a story that basically teaches you a bunch of stuff about the architecture or whatever it is, you know. But apart from that, just let the game be a massive music festival. Let the game just be what it once was, you know. The thing is though, with Forza Horizon 4, for example, they ended up getting rid of the original, like, music, I guess, producer for this game. Like, the person that basically compiles all of the songs and creates the perfect soundtrack for the game. They didn't have the same person. That's why Forza Horizon 1 to 3 had such good music. And then from 4, I just stopped caring about the music for the game, to be honest. And 5, I didn't even listen to the radio, so I have no idea what's on the radio on Forza Horizon 5. In this game, I kind of remember a little bit, but Forza Horizon 1 to 3, where it just had really good music stations. Like, the music in it was really, really good. Not once have I ever gone in Forza Horizon 5 and turned on the radio and started listening to music. Not once. Ever. Even in some of the, like, loading screens, it'll say favorite radio station and it'll say no radio station or something like that. And I've seen people comment on my videos before about it. Not once have I turned on the music in Forza Horizon 5. But I remember Forza Horizon 2, for example, and Forza Horizon 3, I would have the radio playing. Okay? I would literally have the radio playing because the music was really good in it. So again, it's just all gone kind of downhill with Forza Horizon games. And I want them to go back to their originality and their core. And I think they'll end up being very successful back in the, like, if they go back to the way it was, pretty much. So we'll see. maybe next year we'll get a new Forza Horizon game. I hope we will. And then, of course, obviously Maverick Games will come out with their open world racing game. So we'll see what that's like as well. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're going to have really good games next year, but it's kind of sad that we're getting nothing this year, pretty much. We're going to get Test Drive, which I don't know how a lot of people are going to feel about it, but I'm going to be making a lot of videos on that. So again, if you want to keep up to date with any of those videos, then feel free to subscribe to the channel and like this video as well. Show your support. But that's pretty much it. A lot of talking in this video, but I also wanted to... it's so weird not playing... Okay, there we go. I was supposed to say, it's so weird not playing audio for you guys. I know it's going to be very weird when I don't play any audio for you guys during those scenes. There is music going on, but it's because this game starts you off in non-streamer mode, if that makes sense. So if we go into this and I go down, it'll always start like that, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't really matter. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.